So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and Baro has come once again, and he's on La Runda Relay on Mercury. Overall, the inventory is pretty good. We have a ton of cosmetics and a few mods as well. The first item on the menu today is the Scoria Diadem for your operator. To me, this looks pretty grim because it looks like it's bolted to your operator's forehead, but it is a pretty nice ornament if you don't run a hood. As far as customization goes, the primary changes the hue and the secondary the color of the horns. Next on the menu, we have Primed Reach. This gives you 3 meters of extra range for melee weapons, and it's an absolute must-have for a ton of different melee weapons. Range might not seem that important, but trust me, it is. Moving on from there, we have a full set of the Prisma Daedalus armor, so the shoulder plates, the chest plate, as well as the knee plates. This is a very old armor set, but I still use bits and pieces of it here and there because they just look nice. The Prisma effect on this is really nice, as the energy flows through it and all that, so it looks pretty dope as long as you pick the right colors. Next on the menu, we have the Maratron, a stronger version of the regular Detron, though unfortunately not as strong as the Tenet Detron. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless you can't get the Tenet version. Then he also brought the Hydroid Immortal skin. This fits on both Hydroid and Hydroid Prime. And this looks pretty good on the standard Hydroid, though I think Hydroid Prime looks better without it, though it's still not a bad looking skin if you pick the right colors for it. Another reason why I think it looks better on the standard Hydroid is because it does not have its own helmet, and the standard Hydroid helmet fits it much better. Up next, we have the Qatar Earpiece. This is a pair of Baro themed earrings. They are for your operator and therefore both ears. And the reason I say that is because there is also a single version which is for one ear only. And as far as customization goes, the primary color changes the color of the earrings, while the secondary one doesn't actually change all that much. Moving on, we have the Qatar Tribute glyph. This is definitely my favorite Qatar glyph out of all of them because I just really like the white glyph with a black border and the blue underglow. It just works really well in my opinion. And then we have the Grustrack 3 beacon. This is an item that you can use from your gear wheel. It's a consumable item and it will spawn the Grustrack 3 in a Grenier mission so you can farm them for their drops. After that, we have the OG Qatar Siandana, which is a very nice looking Siandana, though it works better with squarish frames like Vauban and Vauban Prime specifically. This looks very nice on Vauban Prime actually. And it also works better with some contrasting colors, so you get a nice bit of texture pop in the cloth. Moving on from there, we have the Qatar Elixir skin, which is an absolutely fantastic looking skin for the Qatar. I just love all the Elixir skins. They look so very good on basically everything that you can put them on. They have a ton of texture and always look very sleek. Now after that comes the Lycet Cydonia skin. I'm not usually a big fan of the Cydonia skins because a lot of the Cydonia skins make things look like they're made out of Play-Doh, but the Lycet skin actually looks very sick. Up next we have a niche yet very cool mod called Split Flights. This is for non-AoE bows and it gives you a ton of multi-shot with a bunch of negative accuracy for 2 seconds on hit. This is, for the most part, just a fun mod, though it is very effective in some setups. And then comes our second weapon, the Halikar Wraith. I honestly can't recommend this either because the Zores, which you get from a quest, is just better. Up next, we have the Deimos Lobo Prex. This is a decoration for your landing craft and it is incredibly bright, which is why I'm showing it at an angle. But at least you can still get an idea of how big it is. Up next, we have an incredibly sweaty mod, the Primed Cleanse of Corrupted. This gives your shotguns 55% bonus damage to Corrupted at maximum rank. Then comes the Parazon Poster, which is yet another decoration for your landing craft that looks very nice, which is followed up by the Qatar Moa Petskin. This is my favorite skin for Moas. I run it all the time on bigger Snickers. It is just great. It has a ton of detail and the weathering on it looks fantastic as well. Next on the menu, we have Denas Pistol Skin, which is very nice. This kind of reminds me of the Elixir skins, and also it is huge. This is a big old pistol skin, so if you don't like dinky sidearms, this is the skin for you. Up next, we have actually a Noggle statue of the Veso R from the New War, and that is followed up by the Telemann Dance of Death. These are landing craft decorations and they're pretty small, but they both look very cool. So if you want to add a bit of clutter to your orbiter, definitely go for those. And we're slowly nearing the end with the Fate Path Ephemera. Now there is a reason why this Ephemera is so cheap. It's because it's not very noticeable. You can barely even see it in the blank Captura room. Then, as always, he brought the Sons of Inaros questline blueprint. This is the item you need if you want to get Inaros, and the final item on the menu today is the Orionata Elixir skin. This is an absolutely superb skin for the Orionata Archwing. Once again, I absolutely adore the Elixir skin, they just look great. And that is it for Barocketeer's inventory for the 14th of July 2023. If I were to recommend something, it would definitely be Primed Reach, which, as I mentioned already, is absolutely fantastic for a lot of different melee weapons, even for endgame, because having more range is always nice. Then, if you're a sweaty boy or gal that likes to use shotguns, I would go for the Primed Cleanse of Corrupted, because it's an absolutely massive multiplier for damage over time shotguns. And if you'd like a bit of fun, pick up Split Flights as well. But anyway, that's it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you'd like to support the channel, you can check out the memberships and stuff down below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.